Today on HiLow, presented by Allstate, we upgrade our tires.
Nice.
Steph impresses the boys.
Let's go!
Justin gets in trouble.
The one bolt got over-torqued.
And we all learn a little more about drag racing. Welcome to Donut.
We bought two nearly identical Mustang GTs, and we're gonna build them to go drag racing.
Yeah, my car's gonna get expensive parts.
My car is gonna get cheap parts.
Then we'll put them head to head to see which parts are worth spending your hard-earned money on.
Last video, when the cars were in their completely stock form, the biggest shortcoming by far was traction. So, I spent $1,000 on wheels and tires.
And I spent $4,500 just on my wheels. And then I spent $1,300 on my tires.
Oh my God.
And then I had to spend another $3,500 on parts just to get this stuff to be able to install on the car.
That sounds like overkill.
And that sounds like jealousy.
Today, we're gonna talk about drag tires, how they work. Then, we're gonna install all these parts on our identical Mustangs back there, take these cars out to the track, and put them head to head.
What's the difference between a drag radial and a slick? Does a thicker sidewall actually do anything? And ultimately,
Does more expensive really mean more better?
let's find out. All right, Nolan, why don't you tell me about what you bought, and then you can tell me why you bought.
Absolutely. For wheels, we got some SSR Stars for $205 a piece.
Oh, all right, pretty classic.
Classic 5-spoke design, pretty light, honestly. These are cast wheels.
Yeah,
Again,
super light, dude.
gotta hit that gym, Jobe. Tires, classic. Mickey Thompson ET drag
Oh,
radial
yeah.
right here. It's meant for the drag strip, very soft, and technically street legal. These are $300 a piece.
That's not exactly bargain bin. I know there's a Nitto for $250.
Again, this year we have a budget. I chose to spend a little bit more on the tire because that's super important. I want to get the best chance I can with these tires.
I think that's a good strategy, and it seems like maybe you saved some money by only buying two of them.
That's right. We don't have front wheels or tires. We're
Sounds
just throwing these
pretty
in the back.
ugly.
It's low team. I'm pretty confident that I made the right decision with these tires, Joe, but if I'm being honest, $300, probably not that much cheaper than what you selected.
No, it really isn't. Now let's talk about what I selected.
Really glad we didn't have to walk that far.
I hate exercise, but what I love is these tires. I got a set of Hoosier drag slicks, $360 a piece for the rears. Feel how soft that is.
It's like a dang eraser.
That's gonna grip and rip. And $300 a piece for the front skinnies. This thing's gonna look like a proper drag racer.
Yeah, dude. So $360, only $60 more than my rear tires.
Yeah, the cost is not a crazy difference, but our tires are very different. I have slicks where you have radials.
right.
And we'll talk more about what that means later, but one of the big differences is that these take a 15-inch wheel, where yours take 17s.
So I've talked to people and read things online that 17s isn't that big a deal anymore. The tire technology's improved. You don't really need all that much sidewall.
Yeah, I've heard that, I've read that, I've seen the internet. They say radials are as good as slicks these days, and sure, that might be true, but I want the high Mustang to look the part. Small wheels, fat tires, and skinnies up front.
I'm biting my lower lip because I'm imagining.
Yeah, you should be scared.
It's gonna be sick.
And to get those to fit, we also had to do a small brake kit,
Okay.
the opposite of what you normally do, and a set of AED knuckles for a total of $3,500. Speaking of the wheels, I got these sick 3-piece weld wheels. You wanna take a little peek?
I would love to.
No, I would never. I might. Okay, look at these puppies, Nolan. The first thing you're gonna notice is a ring, also known as a bead lock, to keep our tires from spinning when we launch off the line. We got so much grip that we could spin the wheels in the tires. These are forged, they were $1,800, and they're made in the US of A. They look cool as hell. Honestly, even if these are worse than what you have, they're worth it for cool
Please,
factor.
please.
Yeah, give that a feel, dude.
Oh my God, it's so light.
Not to mention they look cool as hell. So I'm excited to get them on, but before I do that, I gotta figure out my rear brake and knuckle situation while you figure out how to get some tires onto your wheels.
Yeah. Can I just hold these for just a little longer?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I have way more to do than you, so you probably have a couple hours where you could just cuddle up with those wheels, get your rocks off, and then...
It's not like that.
Okay, time to start working on high stang. First thing we're gonna do is take off the wheels. Hi Jimmy, how are you? Okay, get that out of there. Oh my God, you did it. Then take off the rear brakes and knuckles so we can put on our new stuff and then put on our wheels and tires. Shouldn't be too hard. I'm excited to get into it.
I gotta get back to work.
Okay, well thanks for the little bit of help.
No worries.
You know what, that reminds me. I have a team that should be helping me. I think I gotta go find them.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the lugs first before driving off on a spare tire.
Babe, I'm not gonna be late to meet your parents. I just have to finish putting on the spare tire and I'm good to go. No, seriously, babe, your parents are gonna be so impressed with me, your dad's gonna be begging me to marry you. No, he doesn't have to beg. There's no subtext or anything like that, nothing weird. No, babe, can we talk about this later? I'm on my way, okay? No, baby, I'm Nolan Sykes. I always remember to torque my lug nuts to spec. I think.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that can save you hundreds. Click the link below to learn more.
Babe, do you think your parents would pick me up?
Oh, I found him. Justin. Steph! We got work to do.
Whoa!
We got a set of Hoosier slicks on some sick weld wheels. We're going down to 15s in the rear. It's light, it's cool, it's got a bead lock, but the stock brakes on this car are too big to fit those. So we have to take the stock brakes off, put some smaller ones on, but before the brakes can go on, we gotta switch the knuckles out too.
That's insane.
All right, well, why don't you guys pick a side and let's get started.
Why do I keep touching that? It was going the right way. I just keep.
I'm just busting your balls.
You up, Eddie. So this is actually my first build in the donut garage. We'll see how efficient, how good I do. Look at my legs. Look at my legs. Damn, I need a cheater bar or something.
You need help over there?
Hold on, I have one more idea. If that does not work, I might need you to break these loose for me.
Okay.
Justin.
Hi. I thought you were an Audi tech.
Dude, okay, that's it, show off, thank you. I'm a little guy, dude, all right? I was a technician, but when I couldn't break things loose, I would just have tools to help me, or a Justin. Thank you very
I'm
much.
sharing your hours now. I get a part of this job.
So while Justin and Steph get going on the knuckles and new rear brakes, let's talk a little bit more about the differences between low team's radials and high team's slicks. Most obviously, the tread pattern. In dry conditions, having as much rubber on the track is gonna give you the most traction. However, without any tread pattern, slicks aren't street legal, which means to get to and from the drag strip, you need another set of wheels and tires or a truck and trailer. The insides are also different. Slicks use a bias ply construction, which means the cords run in an X pattern, whereas the radials have a radial ply construction, meaning the cords run horizontally. The bias ply allows for a softer sidewall, which leads to that famous wrinkle effect you see on top fuel dragsters. And as the tire wrinkles, the contact patch actually gets bigger, which is what you want during a launch. The softer sidewall also lets the tire get a little shorter on launch and expand from the centrifugal force of speed as the car goes down the track. This wrinkling compression and the spinning expansion can actually act as an advantageous change in the gearing as you go down the track. Now, will we actually see any wrinkling or expansion like this on our setup? I'm not so sure, but we're gonna find out. Now, from a practical standpoint, slicks are much more forgiving when hooking up. That flex in the sidewall absorbs some of the shock of the launch and lets the rubber maintain traction instead of just breaking loose. But once you get going down the track, that soft sidewall can make it a little harder to control. So as we add power to these cars, it's only gonna get trickier. Look, I've heard that modern radials are technically faster and better than old school slicks, but the slicks are gonna be easier for us enthusiasts who are new to drag racing. And that's what we need, consistency off the line.
Okay, so High Team has to do a lot of work to get their 15-inch wheels on their car. I have a lot less work ahead of me, but the work I do have is stuff I've never, ever done before. You might notice that this is not a beadlock wheel, meaning there's not a ring on here that locks the tire on. What's cool about beadlocks is that you can just throw tires on by yourself with some body weight and some clever use of leverage. This guy, I actually do have to use the one piece of equipment in this shop I've never used before, the tire machine. Because I've never done this, I'm gonna go grab Heber. So please guide me through this. I want to keep these as nice as possible. That looks somewhat lined up in the middle.
It's pretty good.
This guy. There we go.
Rotate this way.
Oh, that, nice. Ooh. Hey.
You know what they say.
Oh no.
Never enough lube.
Oh, yeah? No, turn it.
And then there's a little lever.
Ah, yes.
Lower. Keep going.
Yeah, it's so slippery. Oh.
Yeah!
Whew. That was close. Ready? Good. Hey, look at that.
There you go.
Thank you, Heber, for teaching me how to use this thing. That was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be, and it feels good to have a new skill under my belt. So don't be afraid to try stuff that you've never done before.
All right, so we went ahead and removed the OEM knuckle. We also removed the hub permit, and we can see now the side-by-side comparison with the AED knuckle and the OEM. The AED knuckle is kind of minimizing some of that clunkiness. And if I actually turn it on the side, we can see that it's slightly shorter, which is good though. We want that. Since we are running a smaller wheel, we need as much clearance as we can get, which the AED delivers. So next step though is we are running the AED knuckle with spacers. So these studs are not long enough. We're gonna go ahead and remove these studs, get some longer, newer studs on there. I'll show you the old ones compared to new ones, and we can see the size difference right there. So this is gonna help out with clearance, like I said, just because we're running spacers.
Pretty good, dude. Okay, while Nolan got to use the tire machine, we don't get to, or you could look at it like we don't have to. You can do these in your garage. These are bead locks, so we will be able to manually force the tire onto the wheel and then basically bolt it on. There's a lot of hardware that you got to put together and tighten by hand, and it takes a while. Put on some cartoons and buckle in, because this is gonna take, you know, probably 20 minutes a wheel. Well, we could get Jimmy. Jimmy! It'll work. He'll show up in like 30 seconds.
All right, hopefully these things fit. I want to try something.
You're on low team. Get the f away from me. Ah!
Joby,
What?
these boys are going on.
Oh yeah?
You're not a real budget drag racer if you don't have the ugliest center caps ever devised.
Dude, you want to trade a center cap, like trade in a jersey?
You want
the same.
Nice.
Hey, you didn't have to take all your brakes and stuff apart?
No. The center cap is a little cheesy looking, I'll give it that, but it's better than having a big hole there. It looks like the brakes are clearing, no problem. Suspension is clearing, good. No interferences as of yet.
All right, let's go put a tire on a wheel. A real wheel.
Hey.
Hey, Jimmy, perfect timing. Perfect timing. I was about to get started on the next one, but now that you're here.
That looks like a fun, tedious task.
Oh, it's so fun and so tedious.
Well, you know me.
You're just the man for the job.
I love putting bolts in holes.
Get on it, baby. Ow! Oh. It's always a privilege to work with Jimmy.
So immediately you can see some differences between these two tires. First of all, the width of the tire, this is a 235, this is a 275. I had 275s on my Mustang. Great tread width. Also, the tread pattern itself, there's a lot more water evacuation grooves here. That means less flat rubber, undisturbed rubber. The rubber is also a lot softer on this drag radial than the all-weather tire here. One other thing, a shorter tire I think will help us accelerate a little quicker than this taller tire here. And also, it just looks a lot sicker.
All right, Steph, what's the word? How's it going back here?
I'm getting these guys on. I got the other ones for that hub already ready to go.
Nice.
But yeah, I just want to knock this out before I start putting it together.
Well, I'm gonna throw the front wheels and tires on. Lightweight, baby! Lightweight! So let me know if you need a helping hand or anything.
Maybe so.
Okay, well, I got Jimmy, so I'll send him right to you.
All right, my helping hand, strength-wise, I don't think Jimmy's gonna be the best guy for that.
What'd you just say?
You heard me, you little crocheted sock, dude.
Okay, they're not crochet, they're Gucci.
Bro, show them your socks, dude. That looks like a grandma knitted those.
Wait, hang on a sec. He's helping us right now. Make fun of him in like 20 minutes.
Okay, okay.
All right, so if we put our old rotor back on and then put our brand new rotor, much smaller rotor in front of it, you can see that this is a major size difference. We've lost about, I'd say, half an inch.
Yeah, at least.
Almost.
Looks like maybe 3/4 on either side.
Yeah, 3/4.
Like inch and a half, maybe. Small brakes. It's all the rage.
All because we want to fit a smaller rim so that we can put bigger tires on. They better work, because this is kind of funny. Now that everything is in place, I'm just making sure it's not going to fall out on us. Yeah. I tightened it, but it never like tightened. I'll figure it out tomorrow. It'll be Heber's problem. Yep.
All right, Joby, they're all finished. Can I
Thank
go
you,
home
Jimmy.
now?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna go see some Corollas now.
Okay, bye. He's all grown up. Onto your feet.
Wowie wow.
Ooh, that might be absolutely perfect. Holy shit.
It's gonna be, buddy. Oh! Woo. It's crazy how cool that looks. I mean, it looked cool, but now it looks. This thing's looking sweet. All right, now it took us a few hours longer than Low Team, of course, because we had way more to do, but you guys
well
killed
worth it.
Thank
That's
you,
right,
sir.
it is well worth it, and in the long run, we are gonna trounce those guys. There are a couple things that still need to be done. One, the brakes need to be bled.
Right.
And these aren't street legal tires, so we gotta switch back over to the hand-cooked tires to get ourselves to the track.
Yeah.
So I'll leave you guys to do that. I'm gonna go hang out on my yacht. And I'm
Wow.
taking your dog, Justin. Come on, buddy. We are back at Irwindale Speedway to test our 2 sets of tires head to head. But we're not only gonna be testing our 2 sets of tires, no, we brought 5 sets of tires to test. First, we're gonna be testing the stock tires. Because conditions can change from day to day, we brought them back out to confirm our baseline times. Then we're gonna be testing those $250 nittos we talked about earlier. Because while you may have wanted to spend the extra money for the Mickey Thompsons, and I think it's only right to the audience to test the cheapest tire available.
Oh, Mr. High Team is concerned about price now.
I just want to spend a few bucks to find out if you wasted any money. If you're on a budget, Buster.
Fair enough. I think we'll be fine.
Then third are Nolan's radials, which sounds a lot like a Little League team. Think about that. Fourth are a set of Hoosier slicks like are on HiCar, except in a 17-inch size so that they can fit on 17-inch wheels, which fit over our brakes, which would mean that everything we did to the rear end of our car was unnecessary if those slicks are as quick as the 15 inches. In the 5th spot, the 15-inch slicks that basically cost us $10,000 with the knuckles and the brakes and the wheels and the tires. Now, I will probably walk into traffic if those are, if the $250 nittos can compete with our insane slicks.
Yeah, so 5 tires each at different price points. Slicks versus radials, 15s versus 17s, and cheap versus expensive.
Yeah, the only problem is that the 15s aren't here.
Oh yeah, where's your car? Where's your car, guys?
Justin over-torqued the banjo bolt on the brake caliper. It seemed to be holding fine, but gave out this morning. So Heber is back at the shop trying to fix it in time.
You guys already are broke down. Haven't even done one.
Shut up!
Shut the hell up.
While we wait for HiCar, we're running the factory tires on LowCar to get a baseline. The track conditions may have changed, so it's important to get a time the same day.
Thing took off so slow.
I know, and so silent. It was pretty good though.
So that was not good. Definitely some wheel spin off the line. But you know, Ryan was saying, hey, the glue can get a little slidey if it gets too hot. With these tires being so rummy, that's just what's gonna happen.
All right, I gotta beat Jer.
Pretty much everyone struggled with the stock tires. We were breaking traction and burning out at the starting line.
Did I? Oh, right now? Like just right now I did that?
Yeah.
It's all your fault.
Guys, what are we doing?
Nolan's getting upset.
That one was very bad.
God, I gotta work my reaction time.
That was sluggish. Jer's gonna give me crap for that one. I thought you were a professional race car driver.
Yep. Feels like it felt. There's really no grip. The car feels a little squirrely right now just because you slide off the line, but I bet by the end of the day, they're gonna start to feel slower because they're gonna have so much grip.
Feels way different with that prepped track surface. You could feel it slip a little, catch a little.
The only person who wasn't embarrassingly bad was, of course, our pro driver, Mendy, who smoked all of us like a Christmas ham.
Oh, great launch.
Now that's how you get off
That's
the
a
line.
pro.
That was a great
That's a
launch.
pro.
So with an 8.441, we had our baseline time.
Should we just let her drive the rest of the day?
I think so.
Did I do shitty? Don't sugarcoat it for me.
How do you think you did?
I don't think I did great, but I don't feel like horrible about it either. What is that? Is that a 9?
Yeah, you got an 8.9 and a 9.3.
Damn. I'm not upset about it, but me personally, I'm a very competitive person, so I just feel like I could have done better. Let's throw the sticky tires on and let's see how I do then. Let's see then.
After a few hours of waiting, Heber finally showed up in
My
HiCar.
mistakes are resolved.
Thanks, Heber.
The brakes were repaired, and it was ready to race. First up, it was time to put LowCar's $300 Mickey Thompsons to the test.
Hot out here, bro.
As a comparison, we mounted the even cheaper $250 nittos onto HiCar. It was time to find out if my decision to spend a little extra money was worth it.
Gotta get them warmed up.
Oh! Good reaction time.
Let's go.
Get it, Nolan.
Let's go. Hey, 4-8. Let's go.
Nice, dude.
Woo! Treed the shit out of Jobe. He was in my rear view the whole time.
Pretty bad, pretty bad, pretty bad. But we definitely have more grip.
All right, you got this.
Nolan thought it'd be better to spend 50 bucks more per tire. So far, it was pretty good.
Gotta hand it to him.
You gotta hand it to him. He ran an 8.4, 8.1 off the rip. That's close to the fastest time we've done today. Once Mendy gets behind the wheel, I'm sure it's gonna be a little bit faster. I think it's my turn to get in the car.
Ooh, I will take this on.
Right off the bat, it seemed like the Mickeys were the superior tire.
Jared, jump the light.
You know.
Oh, look at Justin's reaction time. That is smoking.
What? 0.017?
LowCar was putting down ETs that were almost a tenth faster than HiCar with the Nittos.
Jerry went into the negative numbers, which is not what you want.
I went too soon. You can't really go on the third light. You go on the third light with these sticky tires, they just grip up. Yo, that was sick. I jumped it.
All right, let's see what this Mickey Thompsons can do.
Damn.
It's gonna be a closer one. Adam still got it. Yeah.
8.455, let's go.
Yep.
That was great. These things hooked right up.
Ooh, that one felt way better, actually.
These Mickeys compared to the all-season that it comes with, night and day. And it's only gonna get faster.
I was feeling pretty good about my choice.
Wearing the 8.4s, baby.
One thing that was really interesting was seeing the wheels slip inside of the tires.
Oh, it moved.
Yeah, I'm surprised, dude.
Cool.
Look at that.
Yeah. That's so cool to see, and I have no idea why.
It moved that much?
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's cool, huh?
Yeah, it looks like it moved about 5 inches, or a gentleman's 6, as I call it.
Which might give a leg up to High Team with their bead locks.
Okay, so we have Mendy with the Nittos and Zach with the Mickey Thompsons.
He's back in our car?
He's back in our car. Mendy's in HiCar. We're about to see a smackdown of epic proportions. Here we go.
Unfortunately, even when Mendy got behind the wheel, both cars were running slower ETs than the baseline stock tire.
110,
Way to
86,
go,
864. Okay. Mendy did an 864, so that's still pretty good. She's about to rip it right here, though.
In that time that we were waiting for HiCar to arrive, the track had only gotten hotter. And once it gets too hot, the adhesive they prep the track with becomes less effective. It was interesting to see how much of a role track conditions could play. But I'm not gonna lie, I was bummed that our new tires hadn't put down an ET faster than stock.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That was, until it was Steph's turn in
All right,
LowCar.
Steph, let's go.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
All right.
One,
Steph, stay
flip
sharp.
it. Let's go. Wow, good reaction. 0.1.
A little late on the lead,
Wow, I'm actually pretty close to Mendy.
but that thing hooked up.
See if they're
LowCar
waiting.
still got it.
8.431, let's go!
What a pass from me. I think Mendy is super fucking cool. So the fact that I was like somewhat close to her, that was good enough for me.
Even though Mendy crossed the finish line first, Steph still got the fastest ET.
Is that the fastest time?
Fastest today, yeah. You did it in the wrong car, though.
Listen, I can't control my success just yet. I'm barely figuring it out.
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, Hi Team, I'm doing this for you, man.
So we're switching lanes. The Mickey Thompsons will be on the left lane and the Nittos will be on the right lane.
I had a little baby one.
Mendy treed the out of me.
She smoked my ass like a Christmas ham.
Honestly, these Nittos are a little bit more slippery, but barely. For like 50 bucks per tire, I think it's worth it. Although, I'm curious, maybe these last longer, maybe they take more heat cycles. But for now, these are just a touch slower.
After everyone finished putting down passes in both cars, LowCar's Mickey Thompsons came out ahead by over 700ths with an 8.431.
Well, Nolan, as much as I like to give you a hard time, I think your $100 spend is pretty well justified.
Thank you. It's honestly a huge relief.
Now, just don't tell.
I was bluffing the whole time.
Okay, nice, dude.
Yeah.
Well, every once in a while that works out.
Yeah.
With me feeling pretty good about spending $100 extra on my tires, it was time to see if Zach would feel the same about spending almost $10,000 on his 15-inch wheel setup. So we threw the 15-inch Hoosiers onto HiCar and the 17-inch versions of the same tire onto LowCar.
Couple caveats, they have bead locks, we do not. They're also gonna be running skinny front tires. We're gonna be running our stock front tires. Now that being said, all of those things are part of that big $10,000 package. So if we're able to hang with them just using the same tire compound that they are, win for Low Team, I say. So let's get these Hoosier slicks put on this sucker and see if they spent a lot of money for no good reason. It was hot as hell. All right, here on the right lane, we have Nolan and LowCar with the slicks. He's coming up due to the second tree.
Hi Team spent 10 times more money than us, and if they can't beat our 8-4-3-1, it will be downright embarrassing.
And here we go, we're ready to kick it all in, good to go.
As we launch, I'm just imagining Zach's face,
Go, baby, there we go, baby!
knowing that Low Team finally bested him. That even if his car looks cool, sometimes with the right research, with the right heart and determination, more expensive doesn't necessarily mean more.
841!
Whoa! No problem when you got all that grunt!
Yep, on the very first run, HiCar had already beat LowCar's best ET of the day, and it only got worse.
I'm ready to crush this high.
Zach put down his best time of the day.
Nice. Oh, yeah. I think Jerry got him off the line.
Oh, it looks like HiCar's ahead, doesn't it?
And so did Justin
So far, we are faster.
and Steph.
This is fun as
8, 4, 1, 2.
Obviously, the first thing we noticed with the slicks was the sick wrinkling of the sidewall.
I could even see the sidewall ripple without any slow-mo.
Really?
On low.
Oh,
That was cool.
Oh yeah, dude, I can see the wrinkle on HiCar's slicks with my bare naked eyes. Mine's wrinklier than yours.
The slicks also felt a little harder to control down the track.
Definitely more wiggly.
a little floaty.
A little floaty that time.
Little wishy-washy down the track.
That feels like a waterbed in that thing. Holy shit.
wiggles around,
It
huh?
was wiggling.
It was looking like the old school of thought of a thicker sidewall was proving to be true. The 17-inch Hoosiers kept losing again
557 at 84.
and again
4, 8, 6.
and again.
8-3, we got the threes! Woo!
Until, of course, it was Mendy's turn to race with them.
All right, so we got Mendy and LowCar, Nolan and HiCar. Currently, Mendy's the best time of the day on the 15-inch slicks on HiCar, but Mendy's in the driver's seat of LowCar with the 17-inch slicks, and I'm a little worried she's gonna take the throne. Mendy! Why wouldn't you do that in HiCar?
Oh my God.
Are you kidding me?
A perfect time.
0, 0, 1.
Yeah, what a reaction time.
Oh, wrong
I don't know why we're high-fiving. It's not our car, but
We're just excited.
Mendy was able to beat me, even though I was in HiCar with the 15s. It still wasn't faster than her ET in HiCar, but she still had one more pass left.
So this is the last run of the day, so we're about to find out. Did we spend 10,000 bucks for no reason? I say no chance.
Hell yeah, dude. Smoke it out.
So, on the last run of the day, if there was any chance of beating High Team's 15-inch tires, it would be with Mendy behind the wheel of LowCar with the 17-inch slicks.
Okay, 8-4. Not bad, but not better.
Not
better.
Which means
Not better.
Hell yeah, we stand.
no, we got it all at the same time.
Oh,
Yeah, pretty
I-
good. Yeah. And HiCar's the fastest car so far.
hell yeah, and we're gonna keep it that way.
And we're gonna rub it in a lot.
Oh yeah, we will never shut up about it.
You hear that, Jerry? You hear that, Nolan? You hear that, Adam?
I'm trying to interpret the data right now.
Well, I already have.
Data.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what it's gonna show you.
In terms of times improved per dollar spent, we have the way better deal.
Yeah, I like that. I like
And,
spinning the data that way. Yeah, baby.
Jobe, there's only one question left.
What's that?
Does more expensive mean more better?
Not technically,
No, not right now.
But it does look better.
What do you mean? It's the fastest time of the day.
I was going with it doesn't mean that much better, but it does technically mean more better.
It technically, but
Based on these datas,
half a tenth, dude.
half a tenth is a bunch, Nolan. That's a win.
Sure. You got me by half a tenth. 4 hours later, 20 degrees cooler.
Yeah, and I spent $10,000 doing it. So in my opinion, more expensive does mean more better, and that's final.
All right, well, I'll take your word for it. Big thank you to the crew and thank you to watching. And we'll see you next time. We're gonna put some suspension on these cars, get it dialed in.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna be able to tweak with it, which is gonna be cool. Thank you guys, we'll see you next time. Mwah!
Next week on HiLow, presented by Allstate, we upgrade our suspension.
Starting to feel miserable here. This is misery.
Justin and Nolan get some surprising news.
We're married?
And Heber's had enough.
I told you not to touch it! Why would you touch it?
Heber, oh my God.
Why
Heber, put that
would
down.
you touch
Put that down.
my
You don't know what
stuff?
you're doing.
Don't touch it!
Heber! Relax, Heber! Heber, relax!